We live in an age where those in power are openly using every weapon at their disposal to impose their will upon the future. Where the principles of authoritarianism and individualism stand in open conflict in the streets, in the courts, in the news, in everyday life. Where the choices we make and the choices that are made for us have consequences no one can foresee. You do not stand alone. You do not fight alone. You do not suffer alone. We are united. We resist. We are here with you. As long as there is a truth that remains hidden, as long as lies are spread openly, we will continue to speak out. We will continue to question. We will continue to be the united resistance.
Same thing we always do. Fight them until we can't.
That's right, folks. We are fighting them until we can't. Welcome on into episode number 52 of the United Resistance. We weren't around last week because I didn't do a show last week because, frankly, I had a migraine. I didn't end up doing a Prism on Sunday because, I was not feeling the greatest. Last week just sucked across the board. It is our final episode before the Christmas season. I want to wish all of you out there a Merry Christmas. It's great to see everyone here. My new friend Eve on a Stick. I met Eve when I did a stream with Wes recently, and she subscribed to the channel, and it's great to have her. Ruben is in the chat. Gap After Dark's in the chat. What's going on, Gap? What's going on, Ruben? Great to see you. Keely Chow's here. Trinoculus P is here. Great to see Trinoculus. Big John DeBelvis is in the house. Great to see you, Big John. The Time Prophet is here. Chris Mead is here. Edson Ricky is here. What's up? My dude Tobat is here. And, of course, the Time Prophet Pinochet's helicopter tours are here. And so is the great Terminus Est. So a lot of people are rolling in. And Tehillim, I see you as well, buddy. Great to see you. We have on the panel tonight with us Will, who is an hour away, really doing nothing. We have Janet from Another Planet, the wonderful Janet from Another Planet. And I have my faithful, he's the Swiss Army knife of this show. Let's face it. Mr. Free Speech Gaming.
I'm Polish. I'm not Swiss.
I know that. I
have a bottle opener on my keychain. I don't know if that doesn't qualify as a Swiss Army.
Well,
man, I gotta help you on your EDC game if that's all you're rocking.
Well, we actually have a ton of stuff going on because there is my goodness, just breaking news all over the place as far as the Twitter files go, because we had the new Twitter files drop just a little bit ago. It was number 8, I believe, in this one Like, this was probably the most bizarre because this one was where it just flat out told you that, oh, by the way, the FBI and whatnot was pulling a psyop. I mean, this was all psyop stuff. Listen, most of you in the chat know this already, but for like normies and people like that to read it, I always wonder when normies read something like the Twitter files, if it even registers with them what exactly it is that they're reading. Because I don't know that a whole lot of people can really process it. And it's a shame because, you guys understand it. You guys know how this works. You guys know that the intelligence community has been off the rails for quite some time. They've been pulling manipulative psyops on American people, at least in our country, for decades. If you want to take the 10,000 foot view and look at it from a global perspective, all right, we talk about intelligence community collusion with big tech. Okay, we know, like, for example, Google owns YouTube. Google is in bed with who? Well, the World Economic Forum, among others, the United Nations, the World Health Organization. Basically, every globalist entity you can
Pretty
think
much
of.
everything with the word world in it.
Yes. So you know who they're beholden to, and I'm sure on this platform, you have in just about every major country some intelligence service working with a big tech organization. Because if you think it's just the FBI or the CIA, yeah, you can look at it from a national perspective, but I guarantee you Mossad is involved. I guarantee you MI6 is involved. I guarantee you, the Chinese intelligence agency, whatever, I forget what exactly that one is called, they're involved. Probably the French, probably the Germans, you name it. They're all involved. Okay? All you have to be able to connect dots on that one, pay attention to anything that had to do with the Brazilian election, the fact that one was stolen, and the fact that there was a lot of suppression when Brazilian citizens went on Twitter and tried to say, hey, look, our election was manipulated. They were, in some cases, censored, banned, the whole 9 yards. So it's not just something that works here in America to that extent. This is a worldwide issue. We just see it through the American lens because predominantly a lot of this audience, a lot of people that watch the show are from America or Canada. Add them to the authoritarian countries list. Same story all over the place. But so many of these intelligence agencies are involved in this, and it's absolutely 10 kinds of effed up. Because how are you supposed to trust what was considered organizations that were founded to really protect you? How are you supposed to trust that?
We shouldn't trust any of them. It's been set up for a long time that if you do this for us, we'll do this for you. We'll spy on them for you and give you the information. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And now they just don't care whether the people know about it anymore. It's like they walk around doing this all the time because they know we can't do anything about it and we can't stop them. So
It goes beyond.
how do we stand up and fight that?
It goes beyond the fact that they don't care. I mean, they've obviously been maneuvering like this for a long time, and they see that they were at the beginning having trouble hiding this stuff from the public. But in the end, they've realized that they really don't have to hide this stuff from the public, at least not in their own eyes, because so far there really hasn't been a lot of blowback on the part of the other side. I mean, maybe it's just because their ego is the size of the size of insert
Big Ben.
Insert Mad Lib here.
Eiffel Tower.
Awesome.
There you go. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you get exactly.
I just find it interesting that they, they've been trying to cover up all of the censorship that's been coming from the government, but all up until the point that Elon Musk takes over Twitter, and now you got Chuck Schumer coming out there saying like, oh, we have to watch carefully what these companies are doing. And I know we're not allowed to tell them what they can't say, but that was at the promise that they would regulate their content. And now they're not regulating their content. It's like, no, there's a lot of people getting regulated over on Twitter now. It's just the people they wanted to keep talking and the people that they wanted to silence are now back.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
and more and more are being added every single day, and all of this is let's see, a few months ago when we were first talking about Elon going to buy Twitter, and I brought up the thing. I said, well, what happens when Elon buys it and he starts making it fair? And I said, so do you think that Amazon and Google, YouTube, and all of them are going to get together and shut down their servers just like they did Parler? And everybody was like, So what do you guys think is going to happen?
Well, none of those other companies can do anything about it.
Why not?
It's up to Elon. They can't how are they going to shut down Twitter servers? They're not going to shut down Twitter servers. Twitter has established itself and carved out a market where it's not going to go down. Elon could destroy it if he wanted to on his own.
Well, how do you take something down, Drew, if you don't like it? You take their money away.
They can't take it down. Twitter has their own service.
Take their money. So if they can bankrupt Twitter by doing whatever is necessary over a little bit of time, then Twitter just dissolves, and all their little petty little shit that they were doing, they'll just keep doing it on Facebook and YouTube and
so
all
Janet,
the other
you're saying is
big things.
that they would have to pretty much take away Twitter's ability to make money to the point where Elon Musk can't pay for it.
It's already hurting. It's already. I mean, when just getting rid of the bots and everything. I'm telling you, he found out when he bought Twitter that Twitter is not making the money that he hoped it would make. Okay. And it's so many internal problems. I mean, look, he fires people to try to clean up the place, and they lock him out of his own building. I'm just saying, he's just one man. Elon is just one man. Yeah, he's got a lot of money, but he can't control everything all these people are involved in. Just like you said, it's in every single government around the world. Okay. And they got three hands in it.
Hail to Chris Mead. He brings up a good point. Twitter has become the public square, which is why the left is so angry that Elon has control of it. Well, look, all right, I want to put an unpopular opinion out there. Trina might give me a round of applause for this one because, look, I'm about to drop a fucking black pill, folks. But look, I know everybody has been so happy about Elon Musk buying Twitter. I still don't fucking trust Elon Musk. You want to know why? Because he's still backing Neuralink. He's still backing transhumanism. He's still backing things that do benefit the globalists. All he's doing is being an honest globalist. That's it. He's just sat there and been transparent and said, okay, I'll give you the plan and the truth. And do you know what that is? When people that are trying to kill you give you the plan and the truth, That's fucking hubris, and them saying, okay, you now have the opportunity because you know the truth to exercise your own free will and die this way or die this way. But they're just telling you what they're going to do is all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So hang on. Let me finish my point and then I'll go to you, Stephen. I think that this guy is not riding in on a white horse as a conquering hero. He's just telling you what's been happening, and things are going to still continue to happen. So I understand that that's an unpopular opinion. There's a lot of people dick riding Elon, giving him 10 million rounds of applause for all of this. Mm-hmm. But I want you to take a step back, use your common sense, use your critical thinking, and say, look, I don't necessarily trust anyone. That's where we need to be.
If I may, just quickly before you, I always believe that doing the right thing, even for the wrong reason, is still better than not doing the right thing.
You know?
Yeah, but to be fair, is Elon... Oh, sorry, I thought you were done, Drew.
No, go ahead, Stephen.
To be fair, though, that's the case. To be fair with Drew on the whole Elon Musk situation, let's look at this clearly and determine whether or not he's really doing the right thing or what he's doing is predominantly for retribution until he runs Twitter into the ground. Because we have to just be honest about it. He's not running the company very well. He fired an assload of people, which there was a lot of bloat, and he's been cutting away that bloat, but he didn't pay attention to who he fired. He had to come back and essentially beg a bunch of people to return to the company to fix the issues that he had created by laying off everyone because he didn't have people ready to go to take over all of their systems. And on top of that, he's not exactly running it as far as the terms of service policy. There's no real terms of service policy updates anymore. It's just Elon tweets things out, and then that's the new terms of service. And at least for me, it's right there in the name about free speech gaming. Free speech is my whole thing. And he said he was going to bring that back to Twitter. But what we've seen consistently is he will tweet out his new policy, and then he'll wait for people who he doesn't like to go against whatever his new tweet of the policy is, which isn't very clear, and then he'll axe them. He did it and to be clear, I fucking hate this guy, but Ethan Klein of H3H3, I don't like him, but his new policy was you're now allowed to do parody accounts on Twitter. Ethan Klein did a parody account of Elon Musk. Now, he said you have to put parody somewhere on your account. He didn't say it had to be in your name because he just tweeted it. No one had gone over it and seen if this was a well-structured policy that was going to make sense and then add it to the terms of service. So Ethan Klein made an Elon Musk parody account, and in the account, he wrote parody in the bio. Elon Musk says, oh no, that's against my terms of service, even though it's unclear, and axes him. So it's not like he's exactly running the company smoothly right now. And I'm also going to be honest, if he does run Twitter into the ground, that's a win-win for us. Either Twitter gets fucking cool or it gets run into the ground, and we win either way.
Well, look, Twitter's been better overall as a platform while Elon's been in charge. I'll give it that. But again, it doesn't mean he's a good guy. And to see people dick riding them like they are, which, look, we watch content like from Jeremy from the Quartering, stuff like that. But he's all over Twitter, like basically simping all over fucking Elon Musk. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Are you serious right now? Like, he was crying the other night because Elon put out, I'll abide by the results of this poll if I'm going to step down as CEO or not. And Jeremy goes absolutely bananas and starts, but like, oh my God, you have to vote, no, so that he doesn't leave. We can't have Elon leave. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, do you not know? Can you not see that this guy either set this poll up to catch bot accounts or to just fuck with people? Because Elon likes to troll. Okay.
Or he had a CEO lined up.
Listen, none of
that's
us,
common sense.
No right-thinking person in my mind is necessarily gonna, this is the, this is Elon Musk is the mountain I will build my castle on. Come on. I mean, like, in the end, what it really boils down to, this was, I don't know, if business and power and global domination are all intertwined now, all synonymous, then, pick any combination of those. That's really what this was about.
Oh, man. Time Prophet says, Supreme Heretic, we are waiting for you to buy Twitter. Do you think a Kickstarter will do it? Dude, you know what? I have 25 cents in the fucking bank. Kickstarter. Yeah, I have 25 cents in the bank right now, Time Prophet. I'm not even going to have a Christmas. I'm RSVP'd for my cousin's wedding. I'm supposed to be driving down there, and I don't even have the money to drive down to Tennessee to attend their wedding and do my, and have any sort of holiday. I'm stuck at home. So, so I don't know that I could buy Twitter right now.
If anybody wants to get Drew an early Christmas present and buy him Twitter, I'll throw $25 into the mix.
Well, yeah. I just wanted to say that I agree with Papa Cotton with his post that right there. He doesn't need him to be a good guy. Well, I don't care if he's a good guy either. If he just makes Twitter even and fair for everyone, and let us duke it out on our own by our tweets and the way we deal with our tweets and things like that. And he keeps the porn and the child crap and things like that off Twitter and lets us do our thing. It would be awesome. That's all I want.
Listen, Janet, yes, that's fine. But how noble is that? If he does that stuff, it's great. But how noble is that when the ultimate goal, that's like somebody saying, well, I'm still planning on sterilizing. So we're going back to motive now. I'm still planning on sterilizing 5 billion people and possibly, killing another 5 million. But you know what? I'm going to go and stop child pornography on my platform and, this, and this.
Well, not really, Drew. Well, not really, Janet, because we are grown-ups, and it says right on the app when you download it, 17 plus. That means you're supposed to be 17 years old or older to download the app. And if you want to get on there and look at nothing but boobs and penises, then that's your prerogative. But if you want to be on there and you want to share political information, or you have some spaces to talk about certain things, about gardening or whatever the hell you want to do, you should have the right to do that on a platform that is set up to make money off your ads, off of your timeline, things like that. And then everybody's happy because you're getting to use the app for what it was made for in the first place. And then he can add whatever he wants to do, blue check marks, this, that, and the other, and get extra things. And he can make his money any way he wants. The thing I see is him dropping these Twitter these dumps that he's doing is he's trying to level the playing field to let the government know that he is no longer going to be doing the spying. He's no longer going to be doing all the bullshit that they were doing before. And he's chucking it out there because he has the stuff. Okay. And that's why he's doing it through journalists, because that way it's covered by something about the freedom of the press or whatever type of stuff. And I can see why he's doing it. I'm just saying, I don't think he's doing it because he's almighty and trying to be some great guy or whatever. Yay, yay, hip, hooray. I think he's doing it because he's got a shit ton of money and he wants to keep his money and he wants his business that he just spent billions of dollars on to be profitable. And that's the way, that's why I think he's doing it.
In the end, he didn't necessarily have to buy Twitter to begin with.
No.
In terms of keeping his money.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. You done, Will? All right. So
I haven't gotten started.
I understand where you guys are coming from. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, the cult of personality that was mentioned earlier. All right. There's so much Elon fanboying and fangirling going on around Twitter that it is just it's oversaturated. It's so oversaturated. And I'm not in any way saying that some of the things that Elon Musk has instituted on Twitter are allowed to happen, which is let Twitter be the natural platform and public square it should. I look at it like, hey, just cool your jets. Remember who this guy's associated with, because he can be benevolent all day as far as, fixing Twitter or putting it back to a level playing field per se, but he's still not a great man. He's still not pro-humanity. That's all I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. So before you jump on and say, oh, this is a great guy, this is a great man, what a humanitarian for free speech, remember who he associates with in default up until now, what team the guy is on. That's all. Hey, full disclosure, you guys go ahead and comment away. I just wanted to make that point. That's all.
So, I mean, for Elon, it's one of those things of, there's some things I agree with him on. There's some things I don't. I think he does have a lot of problems with having links to the globalists. He does have problems with his green policies that he pushes for are pretty bad. He's and I'll say the one saving grace to that is he at least does make the caveat that you have to have nuclear energy in order to implement the green policy that they want, even though for some reason people hate nuclear energy. I don't get it. But I do think some of the things he's done have been misconstrued a bit on both sides. Like I said earlier, I don't think he's actually for free speech. I think he's for bringing retribution right now. He probably sees what's coming from the left and coming from the American government as an attack on free speech, and he decided to give them retribution and a comeuppance. And I don't think that's fair. That's not really freedom of speech if you're going to silence the side that has been advocating for censorship. If you have principles on that, it means that you believe in the right to speak freely for the people who don't. And
the reason
he does that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
The reason that a lot of people hate nuclear power is because they watched that HBO miniseries Chernobyl a couple of years ago. Before that, they had no idea what Chernobyl was. That
was an amazing miniseries, by the way.
That was an amazing miniseries.
Yeah. But yeah, people have been harping on it for a long time. And I think it really started with, there were a lot of people who put investment into a lot of the green policies, the green technology, like the windmills and, hydroelectric and the solar panels and everything. And I think people in the government were ready to get payouts. And that's why they have to push, the technology using government grants. It would die without government grants.
Yeah, subsidies is what's killing all the other businesses that could actually provide all the electricity we need, but they don't want to use it because they won't get the extra money.
Elon Musk even tried making a solar panel company, and it failed. It wasn't able to be profitable.
Well,
yeah. What was that one that Obama had to bail out when we had that big bailout? Yeah, Solyndra. See, I mean, it's just, they're trying to force something onto us that we're not ready for. We don't have enough technology involved in it to actually have it work. I mean, you can't have everybody drive an electric car when nobody can charge it. There's no way to keep them all charged up. It's just stupid.
all it is a way to just eliminate fossil fuels, period. That's exactly what they want to do.
No, but it's stupid. How are the people that are trying to cram this down our throat going to fly their private plane with no fuel in it?
Because they have private airfields that they can just keep the gas. Remember, the more that you take the gas and energy away, the more that gives to them. So
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what's hypocritical about it. They're giant hypocrites. They want you not to have anything while they have everything. That's why socialism is for the people, not the socialists. And nobody listens to that. Nobody understands what that means, because you don't deserve what they have. And they're going like, oh, thank you for my scraps. And they run around and they think that's great. I don't understand it. Sorry.
Because they're able to ideologically push people into believing that it's the only way to properly have equity, because they no longer want us concerned about equality or freedom. We have to be.
Well, how else do you explain
welfare?
Right, how else do you explain the government programs that give to the that subsidize the poor? I mean,
I want to get to the super chats real quick. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5 says, Janet, you sometimes come off a bit cynically defeated. Only a little bit. There's plenty of ways to fight back. 1, make babies. 2, humiliate all feds. Yes. I agree with that.
I do both.
Yeah. Humiliating the feds is great. And then Pinochet's helicopter tours for another $2 says, Drew, I was trying to cheer Janet up. Read my super chat. So there you go. I just did, buddy. And she's got it. So
what's that, Patty?
That was some good super chat in there, mister. Nice job.
Thank you.
Chris Mead says they want a peasant class to their aristocracy. Trinoculus says, I will only drive an electric vehicle when it's powered by a fusion reaction. Absolutely.
Hey, that's great. That's what I would do.
I like that.
Tree Rock Creations, hail to you, buddy. At Supreme Heretic, we already have green tech in gasoline cars. In the 70s, there was lead in gas. We have unleaded now. Thank you. In the 70s, there was major pollution. We have the catalytic converter now. Thank you. Again, Tree Rock, yes. Make that common sense. That's exactly what it is. A lot of this, so much of this, is a freaking grift. It always has been. The climate change nonsense is nonsense. That is to get you on board with saying, oh, gee, globalists, save me from climate change. And climate change is not happening. You know what does happen, folks? Because in school, when we took regular science, guess what? We all learned that the earth works in natural cycles. How about that? So we don't have to worry about climate change because it's not fucking happening. It is a myth. It is garbage. But that is the vehicle that they are driving. So much so, okay, pun intended, by the way, so much so that they've hired junk scientists to do what? Push the climate change agenda. They've always done that. Same as a lot of these, quote, experts that they come on to talk about things like, quote, systemic racism, which they know nothing about. They come on to push the narrative. That's it. In all of these things, these distractions, and climate change is more than a distraction. That's the thing that they're using as their big Trojan horse to push the entirety of the big lie that the globalists feed you to justify anything that they do. It's always climate change. But the minor stuff, the division type of stuff that they use for the lower level tactics, they always have some kind of expert on to push a narrative so that happens.
And we get distractions in all forms. Just about any major media news story that you're going to see is a distraction. Right now, they're talking about all the crap with Title 42.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's been stopping people from entering the country, but how much? Our borders have been getting flooded anyway, so it's not like it's really making a difference. And what's going on right now, other than that, they're bringing up Hunter Biden on charge. They're bringing up Hunter Biden and his associates for an investigation into their profiting and funding of sex trafficking. Human trafficking operations.
Speaking of legal things, Stephen, I think we should bring to people's attention in the news, and it's been out, I believe, in the past 24 hours. Those of you in the chat that don't know, Carrie Lake's lawsuit is going to trial, so that is a nice win right there, to have her day in court, to really maybe get down to the bottom of a lot of this election fraud nonsense. And maybe, just maybe, we can, Carrie Lake at AmFest the other day, she said to a huge packed house, look, we're going to burn their house of cards down. Well, now she actually has the opportunity to do it. And there was a report today that I read that Katie Hobbs is trying to feverishly find a way to avoid being put on the stand.
Yeah, because when you go to court, guess what? You get to bring in facts. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. I think I'll be glued to the TV.
I bought my blue check just to have a blue check next to my anti-communist Twitter name. It would be glorious. I will start my own LLC if I have to. Nice. Oh, yeah. And that's what I like, Tony. You are an enterprising guy. That's why I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, I think with the whole Carrie Lake thing,
we need more pro-cause LLCs.
Yeah,
with the whole Carrie Lake thing, I believe she also just got during the discovery process, she was given the ability to have a third party person inspect some of the ballots.
Yes, I think I saw that too.
I've heard the rumblings about that, Trinoculus, and I'll tell you this. All right, now if Trump, if we could get to 24 and Trump's able to actually run, if he can get past this hurdle, and I think he will legally get past this hurdle that the stupid ass sham J6 committee tried to throw in front of him with with this nonsense. I really do think he's going to get past this, you guys. But when we get to 24, all right, he could do a hell of a lot worse than Carrie Lake as a running mate.
I don't think he could do much better.
Of course, we've always talked about 2024. What is that? What does a Donald Trump run look like in 24? Okay. There's a lot of people that want the super ticket. They want Trump DeSantis. That's great and all, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're more likely to get something like a Trump Carrie Lake ticket, maybe like a Trump Lee Zeldin ticket. Okay, that would be the thing that you would get with the Trump run. Now, there's going to be a whole lot of other Republicans run anyway. So we don't even know what the entire field is going to be. So
yeah, I think that DeSantis has got the Bushes and a few of the older Republican side. We're going to be pushing him. That's who I think is going to be grooming him for 2024.
The early part of the campaign with the first debates is going to be the same thing it always is on both parties. It's going to be 2 debates with like 10 people on stage each day.
More than likely.
It'll quickly dissolve into the main players. I mean, you just got to get through that process first.
Yeah,
through primary season, whatnot.
Yeah, and Pinochet's helicopter tours per $2 super chat says Elias screwed up saying Carrie made voting hard on TV. Yeah, I mean, they really demonized her and turned her into a heroic figure. So Carrie Lake's got a lot of momentum heading into that spot. So if she would be a very good and very viable vice presidential type of running mate that you would want to have. I mean, because she talks great. She is has a passionate presence, a fiery demeanor. You want that. She's got charisma. You got charisma, and that. Hail to Brightest Day. Great to see you, buddy. And Big John said, in the past couple of days, Trump has tweeted about martial law. Yeah, I've seen that, Big John. And that's the thing. Look, I do like President Trump. I've always liked President Trump. I still think he's one of the top 3 presidents, maybe in history, that we've had when you talk about pure policy. But he sometimes cannot get out of his own way with the way that he words things because he's not super articulate in tweets. I'm sorry.
Also, not just the way that he words things, but a lot of the people that he did put in place, and it's unfortunate that basically everyone who wasn't a Republican rhino stooge pretty much ran away from him right at the beginning. He tried to have an independent cabinet, and that lasted like 3 weeks. Also, not to derail, but I totally forgot I made this my icon as a joke in the back room a couple of days ago, and I'm sticking with it.
Nice, dude. I like it. Hail to you, Cheesy Burton. And it's funny because Lasso and I actually talked to Lasso not too long ago, and she and I had a conversation about that. Like, dude has to understand how to articulate his thoughts better, and like big time. Because you take, for example, just that shit that he put out that made it, when you read it, okay, I since then understand what he was trying to say. But when you read it the way that he worded it about basically, turning around, going over the Constitution to fix election stuff, that's no way is that going to happen. That's got to stay with the states, because you cannot federalize elections. If you federalize elections, you guys understand what the consequences of federalizing elections are, period. Because you take that away, or you override the states on that, if some not so nice people get in control, okay, they are going to take advantage of federalized elections. You will never have another populist in there. You will never have anybody that speaks for the people in there. You will have a constant stream of authoritarians. It's never going to change. So you don't want elections federalized ever.
I don't think they'll at least not in our lifetime, be able to get away with it, because that would take an amendment to the Constitution, which would require 2/3 of the state Congresses or the state Senates to agree to it, and most of the state Senates are Republican, and they know that's going to be a bad idea. Our election systems are screwed up anyway, and when you centralize power, it just makes things worse. That's almost an immutable law.
Mm-hmm. You would also have to dissolve the Electoral College, and there are a lot of people that are saying we should.
They don't have to do that anymore. They realized that by filling the cities in every state with liberals, once you get enough people in every city, the cities outvote the rest of the state anyway, so they won't need to get rid of the Electoral College. But that's as long as the states run the elections, and you're talking about if by some calamity that the elections were federalized, that would change the whole game. So, well, who was it? Was it you, Free Speech, that said we should set up an electoral college type thing in every state?
Just break it down district by district. Do state electoral college.
Genius. God, you're smart.
Each district's elector goes to whoever their district voted for. Rather than
somebody's gonna have to fund that.
Yeah, because free speech. Free Speech came in and just said, that's
my opinion. Yeah. But he's got a great opinion. I'm 100% behind that. I think that is genius, and I wish there was a way that we could implement that, because that would save us. It really would.
Yeah. The only problem is the Democrats would only win when they have massive landslide elections like they did during Obama's second term. That's the only time they'd be able to win again, because when you look at the electoral map for decades now, go back and look at the electoral maps, and the vast majority of the country is red. So.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But I don't have a problem with that. If people legitimately vote for someone and there's, not, blatant cheating or whatever going on, videos of them opening things in the middle of the night, filling up ballot boxes or whatever, I can live with the fact. I'd live with the fact that Clinton was president and Obama, and, and I didn't like it, but I accepted it as a reality and just dealt with it more than I feel like it's tearing our country apart when you see them blatantly cheating. I just don't agree with that. I wish there was a way to fix it, because whoever wins, I can agree with that as long as they really won. That's all I ask.
When the democratic process avails itself the way it's supposed to, your candidate may not win, but you could rest comfortably knowing that at the very least, the process availed itself. The man who got more votes won the election, and you just learn to live with it.
Well, what are you talking about? Changing people's lives, dude? Come on.
Play it.
I'm waiting.
Just
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Aptly timed as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just that's it. You just summed it up. I'm finished.
Oh man, look, I don't want federalized elections. I just don't want, and I can see from the 10,000-foot view of everything on a global scale, the West is fucking falling, man, and it drives me up a wall because I'm sitting here trying to bang the drum to let people know, look, it isn't just in America. The fucking West is falling. All right.
It's global.
The world as we know it is basically being beat into submission and forcibly turned into a one world state. And we can't allow that to happen. But, you see constant video footage of the authoritarian bullshit that's happening in Canada, in New Zealand, Australia, all over. It's all over. And it's just, I don't understand how people can still be so blind or not figure it out. It's like, fuck, it's right in front of your face, man.
Well, the thing is, they used to have to drag you kicking and screaming, basically to get your shot. And now people are just like, nah, zombies walking towards the needles. And, it's scary.
Janet. When I see
Ridley Scott McIntosh commercial over.
Well, I'm using it as an example that it's basically everybody around the world are just becoming compliant and saying, oh, well, nothing we can do about it. Might as well, and that's their attitude.
Well, when I see stuff when you see stuff, Janet, like the stuff that you and I know, because we've met a lot of people from Canada and stuff, both on here, on Twitter Spaces, stuff like that. And them just openly trying to get people to commit suicide. It's fucking
they have
ridiculous.
Suicide booths. Now.
Yes.
Well, it starts with take the pill. We'll do it willingly. We'll line up. We'll take it. Okay, let's go to the next step. Time to go. Check out.
Pinocchio's helicopter tours for another $5 says, Janet, I'll solve this for you now. Don't have to beat the government, just their supporters. Demonize the politicians to give the mob a dragon to slay.
I do that already. I just feel like I'm by myself.
Yeah,
even though I know I'm not. I'm not, but it feels like it sometimes.
Tree Rock Creations, he says, at Supreme Heretic, yes, it is failing. The only thing we can do is slow it down. Unless most of the government laws are repealed, we are doomed. The government has a grasp on just about everything. Tree Rock, I understand where you're coming from because, look at all of the institutions, as I was saying, that we trust, or were over the years that we've trusted, that were supposed to be for public safety and public good, are now weaponized against the public. And then you have things where, you have ideologies and political sentiment going into things that it has no business being involved in, i.e. sports or entertainment or, things of that nature. It's not supposed to be there. There was a reason why those pursuits, our leisure pursuits, were supposed to be off limits from that type of stuff, because they were supposed to be frivolities, escapes that we had. And now we have no escape. We're under constant psyop. We're under constant, just constantly being beaten over the head with stimuli. And it's always something to do with the narrative. Chris Mead brings up a great point here. He said Gene Simmons of KISS recently just said, screw your rights and take the vax. Yes, he did. Are you surprised, though? Because I'm sorry, Chris, and at the risk of sounding anti-Semitic here, look, he is a shill. He's always has been a shill. He's always tried to make the most money possible. And, he's he's what a lot of that Jewish banker mentality is. And it's not all Jews, but there are some of them that they are just obsessed and all about money, 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 money. Gene Simmons is one. And he's always going to be a shill about that. And he's always going to be a mercenary when it comes to morality, because he is that kind of person. Because he's money, 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 money. I just think you guys sound like you're in a bit of a bubble or echo chamber sometimes. I watch the sheep on the right chant their crap the same as the lefties do. If we expect to change things, we need to do something different than they do. Well, look, Papa Cotton, if we're being dead honest, because I know you're like the black pill stuff. Okay, so I'll put it out to you like this. All right, and if you really want me to be brutally honest, look, it's going to take worldwide revolt. All right, it's going to take the people saying enough is enough. Screw you, government. We're turning you over. We're done. Mm-hmm. All right, that's it in a nutshell. Until, as Trina would put it, as she so eloquently put it in our group chat for the show, when is the tree of liberty going to be watered? And that goes in every country. When is that going to happen? Because that's what it's going to take. If we're being real, that's what it's going to take. Full-scale global revolt against these authoritarians and tell them to shove it up their ass. That's what's going to take.
Yeah, we're already seeing that to some degree with the whole thing and with the farmers that was overseas. And then you have the things that are going on right now in South America. So, it just takes some people longer to wise up and say enough is enough and start standing up and fighting for what they believe. And until it reaches everyone, I mean, look what happened to Australia. I mean, the people were trying to stand up and fight, but by then they'd already lost all their weapons. And they were taking people's children from them and everything. I mean, it's just utter chaos. But that is the only way that we can take back what belongs to us, is when we stand up. And just like I've always said, I'm going to die on my front porch when they come and try to force me to do something against my will. And it's going to be over. But I'm ready for that. I'm ready to die for what I believe. And when more people get like that, then things will change.
I am too. Look, I'm there. But right now, all right, and this is why I do my channel the way I do. Shout out to Bruce Lombardo. I was talking about it last night. Hey, look, you want a truth pill on Twitter? And I probably got myself in trouble privately for saying this, guys. But all right, you want a truth pill about why this channel is different compared to others? Hold on, let me pull this tweet up because I want to show you guys. I put this out last night. Where was it? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Tweets and replies. But basically, what I was saying in the tweet I put out yesterday was about why we how discerning we are about even the content that we take in on YouTube, and why certain content creators do what they do. And here it is. Let me pull this tweet up. Let me share this. And some of you may agree with me and some of you may not. And that's fine. That's what we're here for. But we're here for discussion. But I want you to see this. So there are content creators who are on the hamster wheel. Hold on. I scrolled. Sorry. There are content creators who are on the hamster wheel. The ones who do it careful, step up to the line, but not over. They're in it for the social climb, for attaining that magical brass ring of influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's creators who do it because of passion or pursuing truth. And I said, kudos. And look, that may rub some content creators the wrong way because they may be the former. But
I can definitely see how it rubs them the wrong way, and I can see why.
That's just objective truth. Because there's a lot of people that won't call shit for what it is. Because they don't want to lose a channel. They don't want to lose a piece of content. I've had YouTube already take down multiple pieces of content. They took down when I was trying to explain to the public what NSPD 51 was. They took that stream down. Why? Because the guest I had on that original stream named very specific names in the Bush administration and everything like that. All the people that had something to do with NSPD 51. And what did YouTube do? They took the stream down for, quote, misinformation, even though it was all historical fact.
Mm-hmm.
Going back
it's
to that,
funny when you can try to post a video and it's just Congress, on the floor talking about stuff about to make decisions and stuff, and they say that that's misinformation. I'm like, I don't understand where they're coming from. I don't understand where YouTube gets the people that pick and choose what they consider real and what isn't. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't want to get you in trouble for your channel because I diss YouTube so much, but I can't help it. I really think it's ridiculous.
YouTube is a bunch of cocksuckers. I'm not afraid to say it. They're a bunch of cocksuckers. I look at you, YouTube. I look at you, Susan. I know that you are 100% a globalist-owned bitch. Okay? I know this. Mm-hmm. But and you're going to sit there, you nuke my friends' channels, you pull down my content. I know who you work for. So I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. If you want to shut me down, you go right ahead because I'll go right over to Odyssey. I have no qualms about that. I'll go to back to my fucking Twitch channel. I have no qualms about that. So, you can pull your tricks on me, Susan, but that's how it is. Hail, Chris Mead. You have a Merry Christmas. Have a good night.
Good night.
But,
Merry Christmas.
I have no fear of what they do to me. And I'll let you guys in the chat in on something. Because in the new year, we're going to have some explosive content coming down the pike. Next week, we're going to be doing a best, not a best of, because we're not on radio.
Our top 10 news stories of it now.
No, we're going to do.
With guest Casey Kasem. No,
we're going to do our year in review episode. Bruce Lombardo is going to join us for that one next week. That'll be on the 27th, and we'll go and we'll cover basically 2022 in a nutshell. But after that, when we get into the new year, I'm looking at the first week of January, what we're going to do. All right, on Twitter Spaces, I've connected with two gentlemen that were in the DC Gulag, locked up for January 6th. have served time in there. They have some incredible stories, and I'm going to bring these gentlemen on. I'm also going to bring, hopefully, get the guy that owns, the website that is out there that is helping the J6 prisoners. I believe it's stophate.org. We're going to get him hopefully as well, or on an episode following that, so that we can talk about how to support the J6 prisoners. Because I believe strongly in that. You guys know I was there. Actually, Will was there as well. All right, we were both there. We have our own.
I know. I could have seen. I was going away from the Capitol. I was walking toward the monument. I could have passed these guys on their way.
Now we have our own stories, and they're not as deeply personal as the stuff that, the story of Derek Evans, or the story of Corey Griffin, the gentleman that I'm in touch with. It's not as deeply personal as their stories, but I'm going to have those gentlemen on to talk to you about their experiences. I want to put that out there. Now, I know by hanging my balls over the fence and doing content like that, I am directly putting my channel in jeopardy, because that day, that topic, YouTube will likely try to not let that see the light of day. But you know what? We will find a way to get around that. We will find a way to title the stream so that we're able to do it. But what I'm trying to tell you is I am not afraid to talk about the real stuff. That's where things are at.
What I want to know, Drew, is how reinforced does a fence have to be so you can hang your balls over it? Hashtag beware the Drew.
Man, I don't know, bro. It has to be pretty reinforced, I think.
Yeah, you got to get like one, like the wall that we were building down south.
I'll donate the money to hire someone to drive a crane.
Here we go. Get the protractor out.
Jesus.
All right, I'm making the calculations.
Get the slide rule going. Here we go.
But listen, we need to continue to fight the truth offensive, because if we stop trying to fight the truth war, we are not going to make it anywhere when it comes time for the revolution portion of this programming, which you know what I mean. When the war goes hot, and I know Papa Cotton says, when the war goes hot, we lose. But when the war goes hot, we need to be ready. And the only thing that will get us ready is to fight the truth war and win the truth war first.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want you folks to know that that's what I'm dedicated to. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to shy away. I'm going to do it. That's all.
Ditto.
I believe you.
We're with you. That's some damn fine coffee.
It is. I love this cup. Dear Lord, lead me not into temptation, because I can find it myself. It's so true.
That's not the mine says. Was it?
Mine says, "Behold, the field in which I grow my fucks. Lay thine eyes upon it, and thou shalt see that it lies barren."
I like that too.
That's a good one.
My cup is red.
No, your cup is like
orange, dude.
Your cup is straight out of the fucking.
Okay. The thing is, look.
This is my big cup.
You put the lamp on it, it's orange, but see, it's more red when I put it over here.
Jesus Christ, Will! It's a goddamn 70s cup. What the fuck is that?
Did you get that from a Tupperware party?
No, he got it,
dude. Jesus.
He got it free with his sweater.
Listen,
yeah,
that's one hell of a sweater. You get a free cup with that when you buy it.
All right, back off. Back off of my cup.
Hail, Tina Bojan. It's great to see you.
Hello, Tina.
Trina says, "Don't tell me how good my coffee is. I know how good my coffee is. This isn't Bonnie's coffee.
Bonnie buys shit when she buys coffee. I'll stop.
All I gotta say is, oh, the horror."
I'm gonna go watch some more of those Wilkins coffee ads when we're done here.
Trinoculus P says, "Are we mug shaming?"
Speaking of mugs,
well, you don't want my answer. I'm gonna abstain from that one.
I like coffee black, like my mood.
I like my coffee how I like my women, ground up and in the freezer.
Oh my goodness!
Lasso True says yes. Free speech. Papa Cotton says people only care about the truths that fit what they want to believe. Hit them with anything else, and their passion for the truth disappears. That's what I've learned about people. And fair enough.
I know, and that's sad, isn't it? That's really sad.
Well, there
are so many people that I end up getting arguments with on different social medias because, I say the same thing over and over again, and they get sick of hearing me. So they just unfriend me and stop following me. But I can't help it. I feel the way I feel, and I say what I feel, and I wear my heart on my sleeve or whatever. And I try to get people to understand that it's up to us. I mean, I have chickens. I'm trying to get everything set up that I can live off the grid when the government comes to take our stuff. And I'm going to fight for what little bit I have because that's my right. And I try to tell other people to do the same thing because it's going to come down to us, you and me, protecting our things from the government. And and I'm an Air Force brat. I mean, my dad spent his whole 32 years of his life fighting for our country. And I just feel like everything that he fought for, these people that are in office now are, trying to take it all away from us. And I can't help it. That's just the way I feel. And I know people don't agree with me, but I'm going to say that until the day I die or I'm proven wrong.
The Time Prophet says, at Supreme Heretic, when you sell coffee, can you make a better name than Coffee Brand Coffee? Yes, I will.
I love coffee too.
I like that name.
There will be a better brand name than that, because I'll have something that fits me for sure when I
Big Dick Coffee.
If I ever sell my coffee, yes. That would be awesome.
Is that really truth in marketing, though, Stephen?
So
Big Dick Coffee, beware the truth.
You can have coffee and name it whatever you want and sell it on your channel.
Sure, I called mine. I called mine Bill.
Yeah,
I named mine.
For real, like you can say it's called Fuck Off Coffee, and it's get you all fucked up or whatever. You can do that if you want.
You know what? Like free alcohol infused coffee. Fuck Off Coffee, that could work.
And then have a cup with a hand on it doing that. You know what I mean? Out of something. I don't know. But that's how I feel a lot. When I talk about politics, I get very pissed off. And I need something stronger than coffee.
Regulate our coffee.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
And that would be some good coffee too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's
cocaine coffee
just isn't enough.
Exactly. Say you'd have to be careful and keep Walton away from the coffee plant.
Oh,
definitely.
I do want to let people know. As I said, next week will be again our year in review program. We're going to talk about what happened in 2022. Again, Bruce Lombardo will be on that panel. He will be a special panelist with us next week. That will be on December 27th. So we'll be looking forward to that. And I think that this coming year is going to be very interesting Hail to our boy, the Basco Scenario. What is going on, brother? Great to see you. Man, that's awesome that Basco stopped by, man. So it's, you need to come on to United Resistance one of these times, Mr. Basco Scenario. I need you on here, brother. One of these times. So, but, nice, Keely. You like a little bit of the brown sugar. Hail, small time republic. What is up, Matt? Yeah. So we have the year in review program, and then I'm excited for what's coming in 23. Man, we've got a whole lot of interesting guests. We got a whole lot of stuff coming down the pike for this program. Of course, I've got people that I've reached out to. I've got lined up for future episodes as far as guests. And I'm working off my tail to do some networking and make inroads to, actual people that are compelling to talk to, but also like people that are based in going after the truth. That's what I want, and I'm not talking about having, certain people on. I'm talking more like having like the journalists on. Like I really am efforting. I'm hoping to eventually build a sort of way to reach out to Laura Loomer. I really want to get Laura Loomer on this program so that she could talk about her experience being banned, but also, basically being the most banned woman in America and all the stuff that she's done to chase the truth. That would be awesome. Millie Weaver would be another one I'd really like to get on. Matt Couch, people like that. And I'm going to effort in 2023 to get more of those guests on here, because these are the type of people you won't see on a lot of the other channels, because they're not necessarily the people that bring clicks, but they're the people that look for what's behind the layers. So, All right, it is now 10 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I am going to go around the panel, let everybody talk about what they got going on. I want to thank everyone in the audience that showed up for the show this evening, and to hear us talk about the collusion between big tech and the intelligence apparatus, because again, this is global, this is worldwide, and the light needs to be shined on this, and we're doing a good job of it. And I do want to say just a thank you to my panelists, to Stephen, Janet, to Will. Without these folks here, without people like Lasso of Truth, without Trina, without people like Wes, without people like Etep and Vinny and Tommy and everybody that you see come and go on this panel on a weekly basis, okay? United Resistance is not United Resistance without everybody together. And that includes all of you in the audience. Trinoculus and Rabbit Slug and Keely and just everybody that's been here. Dwayne and Rita supported this channel from the beginning. Big John. We've had so many people. Tony, Pinochet's Helicopter Tours, Kronos, TZ Burton. So many of you that that started following me when, Comics Division happened. Tina Bojan, another big one. Tina has been, from for a large portion of the time that I've had my channel, she has been a supporter. So, Gap After Dark, another one. And this is what I'm saying. Basco, too. So we have a large reason to be happy. And you too, Tollback. We have a large reason to be happy because we've got good, genuine people around. And I'm thankful for Stephen, Will, Janet, and everyone that works on the United Resistance Program because they are a gift in my life. I don't need a material Christmas gift. They are a gift. You folks in the audience are a gift. Your support, your friendship, that is a gift. That is the meaning, really, when you get down to it, of the holiday. It's fellowship, celebrating the people in our lives that bring joy, that are a true gift in our lives, and also celebrating the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. But understanding the gift that we have with the people that are dear to us in our lives. So don't take for granted what you have. And I thank all of you for your continued support. And those of you, whether you just got hip to my content or whether you've been on board for a long time, and hail awesome one, you as well. Time Prophet. Look, you guys are the reason I do this. Without you, there is no us, and that's how I always feel. But let me go around the panel. I've jabbered my Johnson up. Let's start with the wonderful Janet from Another Planet. Tell everyone what you have going on, Janet.
Well, I need to read some more of my story, Revelation, and I'll probably put a couple more Christmassy type little shorts on. And then next Monday, I will do another movie review with Bruce on his channel, Bruce Lombardo, and we're going to review the movie Die Hard, the true Christmas movie. So, and then I'll be back here on Tuesday with Drew and the rest of the panel. And that's about it. And, just take care of my chickens and take care of myself.
Yeah.
But I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful time, relaxing and just enjoying your life and loving your families.
Yeah, and before we move on to our next panelist here, I do want to say, there are a few ways if you want to support the channel. You can do that via my direct PayPal. That's paypal.me/Supreme Heretic. You can also support the channel through the tip function, which is !tip, the streamelements.tip link. And then, of course, we do have the current GiveSendGo, GiveSendGo.com/Taylor Home Project, which some exciting news, guys. I did get the quote for the house from my realtor. I decided to elect for the second option that she offered, which was to have her own contracting people come in and do some work in here. So it looks like the house will go on the market on about January 15th. So that should put it where the house will sell, I imagine, by around the end of February. And then ideally I will be out of here on March 1st. So I'm excited to get on a new chapter. I hope that I can get there, hang on until March but at least we know where the timeline is in the sales process now. And because if I were to sell it as is, I'll make a whole lot more with allowing them to do the work. So, by March 1, I should be out. And yeah, that is wonderful, Tina. Of course, as I said, if you want to help out, Gibson Go, it's the Taylor Home Project. And also, if you want to direct PayPal, which, if you can do that via paypal.me/Supreme Heretic. All right, let's go over to Free Speech Gaming. Steven, tell them what you got going on, buddy.
Yes, everybody. Let's see. This week, Friday, I will be over on my second channel. I already put it in the chat. Blast from the Past Reviews. Myself and Megan Lee of the New Reviews will be going over a handful of scenes from Nightmare Before Christmas. Brain farted for a moment. Forgot what we were doing. Nightmare Before Christmas. So, as always, it's not going to be a proper Blast from the Past review if we aren't skirting the lines of what they allow for copyright exemptions during live streams. So we'll probably get taken down because of the music, but hey, that's part of the fun over there. Then after that show, Friday night, you can find me over on Ord's Board. I think he's doing it on the main channel, Ord's Board, for the Friday night after party where we've been playing some Mario Kart. A lot of fun. You'll recognize some familiar faces over there. I know I've seen Papa Cotton over there and Phil TMNT. You'll definitely see some familiar faces. And then Sunday, I'm not sure what's going on since it'll be on Christmas for the Sunday morning podcast over on Ord's World. So keep an eye out for that. I'm sure he'll put some tweet updates out. That's about all I got going on, people. Other than that, I just hope everybody has a wonderful, Merry Christmas. It's that time of year for us to appreciate each other. So everybody out there, appreciate those around you. And Merry fucking Christmas.
All right. Hail to Low Speculating Slaptop. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, you're a little bit late. We're doing our outros, but it's great to see you, brother. Yeah, I will be moving to Tennessee when I do move. I'm getting out of Ohio, so All right, let's go over to Will. What do you got going on, Will? Even though, you have nothing going on because you don't have a channel yet, but go ahead.
Well, that's it. See you next week, folks. No. All serious, though. This has been a hell of a year for me. And I can't wait to start the next one. For selfish reasons, I've had a ball being on this stream. And I'm really looking forward to starting my first full year on this stream. When I say full year, we're in for the long haul here, folks. You heard what Drew said. He's not afraid. He's not going to kowtow. He's not going to step and fetch. We're in it. We're in it to win it. We're in it for the long haul. And obviously next week's gonna be something with the thank you very much, Dwayne.
Jesus, with the fucking sweater, man.
All right. At least we're not talking about your dong anymore. Anyway, yeah, I just opened up a Pandora's box there, didn't I? But the point is,
the big Pandora's box.
You know what? Regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of everything bad that's happening, it is the holiday season. It is Christmas. It is Christmas. And whatever you have to do to find peace, love, togetherness, companionship. Just appreciating each other, find it and get it any way you can and hold on to it, because this is truly the time where we are reminded about what's most important in life. See you next week. See you next year.
All right, folks. Look, I wanted to say, as I said before, I love you guys. You guys are the best gift I could ask for, because so many of you outside of the broadcast, just talking to you, on a regular basis. If you DM or we talk on the phone, some of us, just talking to you, knowing you, really connecting as friends. That's what is important to me. Everybody else said Merry Christmas. I'm giving you my sincere Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I hope everybody has a great time with their family. Unfortunately, due to some timing and things like that, I was supposed to, as I said, go down to my cousin's wedding. It's just not going to happen. The money issues and timing, it just didn't work out. And it sucks because I RSVP'd for their wedding and everything, but it's just not meant to happen. So, I pretty much won't be having a holidays here because obviously Mama Heretic's gone. There's nobody really around, but, there's always next year. For now, I'm just happy to say I have you guys. You guys are my friends. You guys are my genuine friends, and I love you. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you for the year in review show next week. So don't miss the broadcast next week. We're going to have Bruce Lombardo on the panel with us. It's going to be a good show. So, I'm looking forward to it. So take care of yourselves. Give your families a big hug for me, please. And, hug your pets. Like I spoil the shit out of the cats. Hug your pets and take care of each other. I will see you back here next Tuesday. Love you guys. Peace. Yeah. We boomered it, Drew. We boomered it. We boomered it.
We're still on the air.
Oh no.
System crash in 3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sparking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm E. Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinny.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? You didn't get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tone Death rocking.
We have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Marky Knight.